Welcome back to Alpha Centauri. Ready for round 3. Load up Driktarth here.
Complete.
And you'll see we're right at the end of 2115, just where we left off. Looking good. We've got 2 rovers, 2 bases. Not the best base placement, but that's okay. We're going to see what's in this area. Let's find out what happens. Nothing. Oh, okay, fine then.
Indigenous life form.
Right, so native life forms. I talked about the fungus here. Fungus holds native life forms, the most common of which is the land-based mindworm. The mindworm is a psionic. It's a mind-based species in that while it does not manifest any magical powers, man. Well, it kind of sort of does. Mostly, the mindworms have some ability to influence. Man, I cannot talk today. The mindworms have an ability to give you hallucinations. Induce is the word I'm looking for. They induce hallucinations, and then while you're sufficiently distracted, they burrow inside your brain and eat it and lay their larvae, and then you die, and it's incredibly horrible and painful and evil. Mindworms are completely immune to your weapons. They're only affected by the morale, because it's psi combat. So let's try to kill this. There are, of course, sea and air-based variants of the mindworms, but the mindworms are the most common. If you have the Alien Crossfire expansion pack, there are also fungal towers, which are immobile towers of fungus, and there are artillery versions of mindworms, which are kind of strange. Combat. Okay, so here's the combat screen. Odds. Now, they say, our forces are ready to begin the assault. Their odds are 12-7. Shall I order them to proceed? By they, we're referring to you. They actually refers to the odds of your forces. So your forces, their forces. If this number is higher than that number, you're probably good to go, because you've got a good chance of succeeding. Now, that's not a perfect chance, obviously, but a good chance. If the first number is lower than the second number, it's probably not so great. Down here you can see what the ratios and stuff, the modifiers and all the numbers are. There's the basic little things here: attack, defense, move. This is psi combat, so basically it's, can you maintain your discipline long enough to kill the mindworms? 3-2. Disciplined plus hatchling takes a minus there, so I'm getting an extra 12%. Strength, 3 to 1.75. I'm pretty good. So yeah, I'll proceed as ordered. And you'll see that was a very interesting battle effect. And this is the screen that pops up afterwards. Achieving hardened status this only pops up when you level up. And in this case, we've leveled up. We've achieved hardened. We're no longer just basic disciplined recruits. We've actually been like battle hardened. That does not, by the way, count as the first combat or anything. That only counts as first combat for the monument. As far as, sorry, let me start over. If you're talking about first combat, this was our first combat, and we were successful, but it doesn't go on the monument because we didn't hit a human.
Turn complete.
So, right over here real quick, you'll see this guy has been damaged a little bit. Damage does affect a unit's ability to perform in battle, and more damage means the odds get worse and worse and worse. Also, if they become too badly damaged, they can't move.
Complete.
Units can repair themselves up to a maximum of 20%, so keep that in mind. Alright. So, now that we've got something ready, let's change to this former so we can start doing terraforming. Now, I'm not really going to do anything yet, but if we wanted to hurry this along, we could try, but it would cost, you can see, a fair bit of money. Basically, buying the minerals, because that somehow works. Unfortunately, we can't do that. We could make a partial payment, but we can't pay it all off. And you don't usually want to pay all of it off anyways. I'll explain why later when we have more money. Let's have this guy go right over here.
indigenous life form.
Crap. Lovely. Okay, so there's a good chance that the scout rover is in trouble. He's gonna have a... Well, we'll see what happens. I will try... Now, while you're here, notice okay, you can't notice. Well, I can't move this way or this way, and that's because this is essentially a zone of control. In D&D, you might call it a tax of opportunity, but you can't move sideways here, and sometimes you can't really move out. In this case, we can't really move anywhere because anywhere that we move is controlled by this mine worm. So anytime we try to move, it just doesn't work. We have to face the mine worms or die. So let's try facing this one. The size of the mine worm's icon indicates its strength. Small hatchling. We're doing good, but our power is only at 8 and it's at 10, so the odds aren't as good. Whenever you kill mine worms, though, you do get money. Haha! Apparently they have planet pearls, whatever those are. Now, we're probably going to be attacked by this, so psi defense is a little different than psi attack. There we go. Whew! I wasn't sure we were going to make it. Notice we're in the red now. We're not in the... there's a green, a yellow, and a red region. While you're in the red region, which is 70, 80, and 90% damage, you only have one move. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move this guy back to... Actually, no. I'm not going to move him back to base. He can only heal to full while at base. But we don't need him to heal to full. What we really need him to do is spend a turn to heal back to yellow, so he has 2 moves. That'll save some time.
Nutrient resources.
So yeah, every time you open one of those pods, there's a chance that you might find mine worms inside, especially if it's on fungus. Some people like to save right beforehand. I just go with it.
Energy resources.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot about this guy, but I want him to produce the scout rover, but then I want him to produce one of these. So I'm going to put him in the queue right there. And I don't want him to keep building formers, so what I should do afterwards, and I'll have to do this for the other guy, is say insert stockpile energy. If you have a unit, that unit will continue to be built until you're running out, until you've run out of stuff. If, however, you have some sort of base facility, they'll switch over to the base facility. Now, you might wonder, why not build a command center? Because surely that is useful, and it is very useful. The reason I'm not going to build it yet is A, I don't have a whole lot of energy to support it, and B, it's going to take 15 turns. By the time that 15 turns is done, I might want to do some, well, before that 15 turns is done, I might want to do something else. Let's go over here to start a command using the arrows, and do that same thing right here. There we go. Also, you'll notice, right here, 110 turns for this secret project. I haven't talked about that yet, just notice that. 22 turns there for the command center. And here, 74 turns for the secret project and 15 turns. That's because this guy's getting more resources. Or at least more minerals. Alright, so now... Oh, we still have 1 turn. I guess I was wrong. I can't believe it. I'm terrible. Oh, I feel so awful. He only had 1 move. He probably spent some healing. Down here, you'll notice that we've got some forces supported, and that's because we've got this guy, and this guy all came from this base. This base built all 3 of them. This guy is costing us some minerals. These 2 are not. Nifty, huh? Also, that explains why, even though they're both making 3 minerals, this guy only is using 2 for production because of this thing. So, support is something you have to watch out for. I actually have kind of overextended myself already with all these rovers, but oh well. Oh, hey, look at this. Ignore that guy for now. Down here, faction dominance. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is a line graph, and I'll bet we'll see a bar graph pop up soon. After so many turns, this starts to pop up, and I'm guessing it's 20 turns because it's the first time it's popped up. Basically, this will keep track of how well each faction has been doing over the course. Now, I don't know exactly what metric this is using. I think it's something that calculates in your tech, your money, the number of military units, the number of bases, the square footage, and so on. It's a big calculation, but it basically says that, the higher up you are on this graph, the better you're doing. We're black, so we're kind of hard to see, but I think we're right next to this blue line. So I think we're doing good. Or alternative, no, that's not us. Okay, so Deirdre died, you can see. This is the university. They've done really well since getting their secrets. The yellow is Morgan, the economics. The blue is Yang, and I think we're right there. Yang is the human hive. The lilac there is Commissioner Pravanlal of the UN. And the orange is Miriam, who is rightfully at the bottom because she sucks. I'm not sure who took out Deirdre, but I'm going to guess it was the university or Yang, because they're both up high when she fell. Could have been Morgan. Wars are expensive, but I doubt it. It definitely wasn't Miriam. And Lal isn't into fighting. There's the bar graph version. Remember, you can pause the rotation of stuff by bringing your mouse over. You can see that at the moment, they don't exist. And here's where everything is. So yeah, we are right next to the hive. Looks like we're in 4th. That's no good. We'll have to do something about that. Probably another base. Well, we're almost about ready for one. Almost. Alright, so we're back down to 30%. We have 2 moves. That's good.
Turn complete. Pod recovered.
Ooh, a hydrology pod and has tapped an underground river. Excellent. This is going to be a better spot for a base now.
Mineral resources.
All right. While we deal with that, let's let this finish building and then look at this. So while these 2 screens showed a graph over time and this one shows a graph at the moment, this is a slightly different breakdown. This looks at different things, as you can see, categories, and tells you who's doing the best. Strangely, we actually have the most population and territory, but we're a little ways behind. So apparently, population and territory don't factor in strongly to faction dominance. Provost Zakharov, high up at tech, wealth, and overall, is the university. And military, Chen Yang. Apparently he must have like 1 more rover than we do. Oh well.
Pod recovered.
Ooh, money!
Turn complete.
Let's come over here and see if we can hurry this up.
Request confirmation.
We can. Okay, so some people like to spend money. Some people like to save money. Personally, in life, I prefer saving monies, but that's not always the best. Anyways, I like doing one thing. People like doing other things. I'm going to spend the money to get this because there isn't a whole lot to do with money saved up other than buy secret projects, and we could really use these formers. Which I shouldn't have actually done that, but I'll show you why later. But actually, no, I should have done that because that brings us formers next turn. However, what I mean by I shouldn't have done that is if you are power gaming this, and you should, then what you will do is, since this won't happen this turn, it'll give us it next turn, what you should do is you should calculate out how much money each bar is worth and calculate it so that you have 1 turn remaining. If you do it right, and that usually means rounding up, then you'll save a little bit of money. It adds up over a while, and that's what I'll do in the future.
He held his arm too stiffly, and so was thrown back repeatedly, until at last I seized his forearm and snapped it back against itself. His training suffered while the arm healed, of course, but I felt this was a lesson he must learn early, and well. Spartan Kell, owning the key.
This is a classic quote. I remember it fondly. This gives us boats. I'll let you read that. This gives us boats, basically. It also allows us to build sea bases. That's what the pressure dome is. So foil is your basic boat. I don't know why it's called a foil, but it is. Hydrofoil, I guess. Troop transport is equipment, so now I can transport people as well. And I get the transport foil. Although why they put this in here, I'm not really sure. I think it's because transport foil is a fundamental unit, and it does not count against our 64. Not sure. You'll see it leads up to these guys, though we won't get any of them for a long while. Doctrine Initiative, by the way, is probably the next biggest one because it gives us cruisers, which are much better than boats. It also allows us a secret project. Air power is air power, and this is really cool. Yes, let's take a look. Transport foil. This is what it looks like. There's the troop transport. It's a box, and here's the foil. It's a boat. There we go. So I'll say done. Oh yeah, okay. It is a bonus thing. It does not count against our 64. All right. By default, transports don't come with shielding, although once you start getting shielding, they'll start putting it on. Gunfoil. That's what it looks like, folks. It's a boat with a gun on it. In fact, that's all we have. We basically have basic bullets, hand weapons. In fact, you could think of this, oh, it's a Gatling gun or something, but no, I mean, it's just a basic boom, boom, boom bullets. Yeah. We actually are kind of lame technologically as far as military stuff goes, but that's okay. Sea formers, a necessity in case you have ocean nearby, or if you are a sea base. And Sea Colony Bot is how you build sea bases. So I'm not going to change any of this stuff unless you want to change the name of gunfoils to something else. Research goal. Armor, rec commons, lasers, or recycling tanks. Now, this also gives us Human Genome Project, and the recycling tanks are really useful, but lasers are nice too, but I'm going to go with the recycling tanks. Yes, I know, we're the military faction, and actually, there's a significant benefit to taking the laser, but by taking recycling tanks, I'm going to be able to increase all my productivity, all my research. So, yeah, that's a little bit more important. What happened here? Also, yeah, you're going to see this. It's just going to be that way for a while. It's a bug that happens with the tooltip sometimes. In some cases it goes away, some cases it doesn't. What happened with this guy? If a unit is under 50% damage, if he's healthy enough, and if he has time, that is to say he's on the defense, he has not actually moved this turn, when he gets too badly damaged, he will disengage if possible, which essentially means he'll try and run away. We have an advantage over this guy because this guy can't follow us as easily. So we're going to go this way. And we've successfully moved. More noise. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's see. Did we get... Yeah, we don't need to build one of those. Notice, by the way, that our production is like crap now because we're supporting 2 units. So we might not want to build anything for a while. What's this guy going to do? This is a terraformer. This terraformer can build mines, farms, solar collectors, and other things. Let's take a look. Under the Terraform menu, when you click on a terraformer, that is a right click, you get the Terraformer menu, and you can cultivate a farm, construct a mine, construct a solar collector, plant a forest, build roads, sensor arrays, get rid of fungus, make something flat. Looks like we pulled ahead of that guy. And then you can build lots of some conjunctions, build roads from here to there, and do automatic things. Beginners might just like the auto-improve home base, as that is an excellent feature. It works very well. It's not as efficient as it could be, but unless you're power gaming, this is a great thing to do. I just like to manually take control of it, but you know, it's up to you. So, yeah, basically that's what you got. All right, and also it tells you how many turns it's going to take. Now you can improve these numbers. Don't worry, you can improve them. So, what do we need? We probably need minerals, and of course we always need growth of population things. I'm going to move it there, and then next, actually, I don't even need to start. Next turn, I can come here now, and now I hit F for farm, and next turn he'll begin working on a farm. This thing, and this guy.
Complete.
Oh, we didn't get there. Fine.
Production complete.
He's chasing us. That's fine, but this guy's going to have to come to his defense.
Bot recovered.
Ooh, sexy.
Turn complete.
Those are really valuable. Hey, we finally pulled ahead in military. Still have population and territory. I don't know if we'll keep those for a while. Yang usually gets one of or two of them, or Miriam. But we've been pulling ahead, it looks. That's excellent. Okay, so we're on a river now. We can travel extra fast. And this guy will come to our defense.
Pod recovered.
Well, and then he screws it up. Well, okay, this guy's still fine. He can get out. Getting out of fungus is much easier than moving around in it or getting inside. But this is going to be a problem because, like, now things can spawn in here, and some probably have. We can't really see inside that very well. Let's shift H to him.
Pod recovered.
Extra money. Now, some people, if your game is really dangerous, you might want to escort this guy back.
Complete.
I have no need to do so at the moment. Oh. Interesting. We better go chase him. I don't know if we'll catch him or not. Looking around at a good route, I think the best thing to go is go up. But yeah, we're not making it very quickly. Alright. I'm going to move this guy out one. Normally you don't do that, but I definitely do not want those mineworms attacking the base. Rivers are so nice.
Turret complete.
Ah, see, Zakharov just stole population. Yes.
Terraform complete.
Oh, means that the farm is finished, and now this guy has, oh, well, that was silly of me. Until you get better technology, you are limited to a certain amount of resources from something. So this black aura around this 2 indicates that we can get better than 2, but does not mean that we will get better than 2. Right now, we have to wait for it. Lovely. Ah! A mysterious monolith. Okay, so these are just like leftovers from the civilization that built the planet, as is found out when you play the Alien Crossfire expansion. And you can always leave it alone, you can investigate, and you can always investigate. Pick investigate, and in fact, it's probably wise to just pick always investigate, because it's a good idea. Monoliths are great for lots of reasons. First of all, it does that. It makes you more disciplined somehow. It gives you extra wisdom and stuff. So, you go up to Hardened. Secondly, any damaged unit that touches a monolith will be restored to full health. Sorry about that. Any damaged unit that touches a monolith is restored to full health.
Turret complete.
That does not, however, mean that it's a good idea to sit there and, you know. Anyways. Yang built another rover. But we have more population. Oh, this guy just grew. We have more population. Yay! You guys can keep an eye. And more money. When did that happen? Okay, whatever. This guy needs to do something. He's going to go over here. He'll build a thingamajigger. That's a very technical term there. Don't get lost now. Just because I'm throwing around the verbiage. Look at that. So at this point, I'm just going to hit always investigate monoliths because it's always a good thing to do.
Turret complete.
And now, every time I run into one, it'll do that same thing. And there. That's just good. Very useful. Also, it means that this is now prime base facility, base building site. So I'll probably put a base like here or here in the future. Because these things give you a lot of resources. Where are you going? I'm kind of trying to protect this former who's going to build a mine. In the meantime, this guy's going to come along, and you're going to wait and get healed. Monoliths. Units can only benefit from monolith once, even if it is different monoliths. However, multiple units can visit the same monolith. They don't vanish. So I could have all my units come over here, or to go over to the one by that side.
Mineral resources.
Yay, minerals. Huh. Okay. This guy's going to go find fungus, so let's just run into him and stop him. 40%. Units will self-heal to 20%, but if you want them to heal to full, yeah, they have to be in a base.
Indigenous life form.
Or they have to have certain upgrades. 12 to 7, let's go.
Complete.
Woo.
Production complete.
There we go. This guy's hardened, so he has an easier time of it now. So let's, ta-da! The arcane technologies repaired our unit. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we're not ready to do anything with those things yet. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. But hey, we're up to 3. Awesome. We're getting a lot of extra money too. That's because of this. So that's probably why we have the extra wealth. And this guy's also on stockpile energy. Oh, great. Wonder if we should do something with that. Like, I don't know, expand. So let's build one of those. Actually, you know what? Hold on, cancel. Wait. This. Then this. By the way, see this insert and replace? Stockpile energy is currently there. If I hit insert, it goes before stockpile energy. So if I hit insert again, it would go before number 1. If I wanted to replace it, I'd hit replace. Okay, so now we'll build a boat, which is important. It goes on the monument. The monolith is silent. He's already benefited from a monolith. He cannot benefit from another one.
Mineral resources.
Wow. This is why it's been nice to explore. That's also why I do not want to have the scattering supplied only at sites. There was an arcane rule a while back. You might not have noticed. This guy's going to have to repair.
Turn complete.
And he'll repair again. Oh, good. Farm. And now this guy's ready to go. It's going to go down that way. What about this thing? Well, first of all, let's discuss something. Because that guy's going to come explain this. Where are we going to build this next base? It's not going to take a whole lot of exploration, but I suspect it's going to be here, here, or over this way. It probably won't be over here yet. Although this is a great spot. If I could find the perfect spot for a base right here, one base perfect spot would be like right here. That'd be perfect because I get this, that, and the monolith, as well as being on rivers, and this would just be an awesome base. But it's not going to mesh perfectly. It's going to leave some holes there, and it's going to be hard to fill in holes there. So we'll have to think about that. We could also put a base there, but I'm not a fungus there. I don't know. This guy, at any rate, should... screen. He's going to go over this way. And he'll automatically go around the fungus. Okay, you're going down.
Turn complete.
We hold life to be sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watchman. Why then cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it can withstand no tempering? Thus the sacred brook no improvement. Chairman Shenji Yang, Dynamics of Mind.
Yang has some very interesting... Now, I'm clearly American. You can hear the accent there, Yang instead of Yang. But he has some very interesting philosophies that turn out to be really terrible and atrocious. This, however, is not a terrible idea, although Soylent Green. And this, which interestingly we've completed already on Earth in real life. So this is basically just a thing. Hey, look, we can prevent some diseases and stuff. Yay! Okay, fine. Research goal. Information networks or applied physics. This is one of those things that would be perfect if I could be like, stop it here and say, okay, guys, figure it out. You know, what do you want me to do? But the way the game works, it won't let me do that. And yeah. So, oh man, this is a tough choice. Network node for labs bonus. It would also allow me to use these things. Or applied physics, laser. I don't know. I don't know. This guy. Okay, this guy. I have 2 of these. It's going to give me a boost because when you connect these to a network node, not only does the network node increase your research, but these give you more tech right away. Or they can be used to complete a secret project. This just gives me lasers. So I could use this to get me both the lasers and the other thing while I'm researching something. You see where I'm going with this? Yes, I'm the military faction, but that doesn't mean you go straight for the military stuff. However, that does also not mean that you should ignore it completely. But at the beginning, it's not the most important. Well, no, it's not. Unless you're on a smaller map. Network node it is. That's going to take us... Oh, hold on. It should see... In research, economy is +4 per turn. Labs, 23 turns. Ooh. But we're second in place. All right, well, let's finish up this turn. And that should be it then. All right, we're back to 2 moves.
Turn complete.
Okay, so we are second overall. We've got the wealth, the territory, and the population. We do not have the military, which is an interesting thing. It might indicate that this guy has better stuff. We don't have tech or overall, but this guy's lead is narrowing. As you see here, that's gone down. The other things have gone up. Really hard to see us. We're now second, so... we're just going to look around here. We've got a gunship forming down this way. It'll take 5 turns to complete. Nothing changing up here yet. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one thing to change. This. Now that we have recycling tanks, I'm glad I looked at this. I wouldn't have noticed. This gives us bonus resources in the base, so I'm going to change it to that. We will get less money from now on and less stuff to research, so that's going to suck. But it will increase this. I believe it increases. I think it increases all of these by 1. I could be wrong. All that money will probably go toward completing this faster. Once we do, we'll be in very good shape. Also, we're at 222, and we're at population 3. If I were to move this guy over there, like I really, really want to do, our growth is not going to be anywhere. If I were to move this guy over here, we don't get any minerals. So the game automatically picks this. It's probably a good thing right now, especially since, yeah, production. However, I'm going to leave it there for a little bit, but once this mine gets built, hopefully I'll see if I remember to move it up there. All right? So recycling tanks. Notice there's nothing after this. If you have a base facility, after that, since it can only build a base facility once, it will automatically go to stockpile energy, although it will ask you first. It'll be like, well, you'll see. I'll let you see. Gunship. I'll probably hurry that in a turn or 2 and show you what I meant earlier. 4. Oh, I also, yeah, this is working because it's on a base. Bases can do that because they're awesome, but farms can't because they're not as awesome. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked, please, tell people about it, show it around. Be nice to look into this game. If you really liked it, just, yeah, go look into this game. It's pretty fun. So I will see you guys next time. We're going to save. Oh no! Overwrite. Haha. So I will see you guys next time.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.